Like, so you go from these are what 25-year-olds, 24-year-olds threw their life away, and then it damn near falls down to now the new generation. You get artists like F&G King, 11-year-old kid in the club over there talking about bitches and you know what I mean, like and getting dice and getting his, you know what I mean. I'm like, bro, you 11, yo,
Man.
what's going on? But like, I'm gonna lie though, it's a double-edged sword for me. It's a double-edged sword.
All right, let's hear
Because,
it.
no, because I actually, if you guys aren't familiar, I actually did a story about him on my channel. Um, I want to say about 6 to 7 months ago, and I actually got in touch with his actual lifestyle and seeing how he really came up. And that little boy was living hard. Like his mama was in jail for drugs. He was living with his grandmother. She couldn't take care of him. She's not able-bodied like that. You know what I'm saying? He was really just in the streets at 10 years old, like shooting dice, hanging out. Like you know for a fact where that's going to lead him. Like either jail or death very quickly. Um, so like I said, I felt like kind of torn between this one because finesse two times was
Mm-hmm.
saw potential in this man, like in man, this little boy, this adolescent. But let's be real though, he was in a position of power. But can you be? This is how I saw it. Hypothetically, I don't know if it happened this way, but this is what Finesse said. He said, "Hey, I was in the hood. Every time I go to the hood to go do my thing, whatever his thing is, I don't care about that part. He would always see that kid. I don't know his real name, but we'll just call him King. And he over there shooting dice. He doing his thing. He's having the mentality and the charisma of an older person, like an older person who got motion, not like one of the older people in the way with motion. So he bend the little boy ear. Hey man, what's your situation looking like, man? Like, what's going on with you? I see you out here all the time, man. Like, you 10. Why are you out here all the time? Short story shorter. And you know what I mean? He told Finesse's story, and Finesse was like, you know what, man? Look, let me put some bars around. Let me put some. You need to use these talents that you have as a future man, like you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna put you in a position so you can take care of your family. That's what I saw from it.
Okay.
And what he did was also another side note that people don't know is that he actually went and talked and spoke with his grandmother and came up with a great arrangement and actually got custody of King as well. That's why King lives with him.
Mm.
And that's why he's traveling on the shows with him and everything like that and doing music and everything like that. That's why I said I'm torn because you 10, but and like I said, Finesse two times isn't the person I would want to raise my child. Like, let's be real. Let's be you just had three females in your house talking about these are all my girlfriends. Like, let's be real. Like, but but like I said, it's better than his other options. And I'm talking about King.
Yeah,
That's why I was kind of torn on it. So what do you think about it?
I think I could totally understand how you can get torn between like both sides of the fence, and I guess to set the record straight, both sides of the fence, meaning like being okay with him being in the clubs and living this life, and then like not or whatever. Like so, um, for me, as somebody who don't got kids, I always just try to respect like yo, like I'm not gonna give parent advice, but it just don't seem like that's the ideal situation. But people have been in worse. This kid was in worse, right? I I think
Exactly.
I think for me, the thing I guess a little bit disappointed about because but I don't really know this rapper, this finesse two times guy, but I hear his name
Oh,
a
I do.
lot.
Oh, I do. You know
Was
I
that?
do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, you know
So
I do. I was like, you know I do.
but for me, like if if he studied the game, he studied like death row and he would have seen maybe like Bow Wow talk about coming up in that climate and it wasn't that good for him. He said it had negative effects. And for me that was big when Bow or should we say Shad now, like when he
Yeah.
said that because yo, like that's huge, man. Like to come back full circle and realize like, yo, that kind of messed me up, set me
Yeah.
back 4 steps, but I got to where I need to be kind
All
of
right. Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Like I just think these other moments in hip hop where we can learn from, you know what I mean? And maybe he
Yeah.
just doesn't go on tour 20 dates, it's 10. Or I don't, but just knowing yo, okay, Bao said this. Let's homie still need to get the juice and get the vibe, but let's,
Yeah. And his bag.
you know what
And
I
his
mean?
bag.
Like we can find ways, but we just need to learn from each other in that sense. Is all I was kind of just like
I agree.
when I
I
was
like
going
that.
through this story. I was like, wow, man, like yeah, Bao like kind of mentioned this, and I thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, Bao's probably the only one that's been in this dude's hemisphere, this fame and popularity, because Snoop and them found him at like 9, and then he didn't like get
I would say
popping until like
Bow, Lil
11.
Wayne. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Bow
You
Wow,
know what I
Lil
mean?
Wayne, Lil
So
Romeo. It's a very small circle. It's a very small community. Very,
yeah, yeah, very
very small.
elite company.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
to me, I'm not trying to downplay his success at all. It's more just the like, and I'm not trying to say he shouldn't be in there. It's just more like maybe some moderation, or just maybe you should bring him around Bow. Let Bow talk to him. How was you, little man? I don't know. You know what I mean? This is what
I
I'm just
agree.
saying, and I just want to throw
I
that
agree.
kind of stuff out because hip hop we're supposed to share, and you shouldn't be too prideful to be able to go ask or talk to somebody and try to spread some knowledge, especially for some youngins, for the youth. That's like the whole point, right?
The point of this whole exactly. This is the whole point of hip hop.
So I just
It's
want to
youth,
put that
youth
out there,
oriented.
man.
Yeah.
I just want to
Okay.
put that out there. I think like if I'm just make a point and try to make a big call out, that's what I think.
Mm,
Shad, you should reach out to them or vice versa or whatever. Just connect. Just go get
yeah.
coffee and a blunt, whatever. Like you know what I
Yeah. It
mean? Like
ain't nothing wrong with just giving up some free game for the youth. Ain't
yeah,
nothing wrong with
just
that.
go kick it. Just go kick
Yeah.
it and chill, and that's
You
it.
know,
That's all you got to do.
another thing I want to speak on is the fact that there's been two other artists. I'm not going to mention their names, but there's two other artists that actually were very vocal about F and G King, and then they actually um got around Finesse and King, like in day to day. Because like I said, all you guys was the internet is just seeing nothing but clips of shows and random things. Like you don't know the day to day lifestyle. Like so, it's cool when two actual artists like get around like this young boy. Like they want to see the lifestyle, and Finesse is really treating him like a 10-year-old kid. Like they're like, boy, stop doing that, man. You're a little kid. Like go eat the cereal. Like he's not. You would think he out there smoking blunts and drinking and doing all
Yeah,
kind. Like
yeah,
no, like
yeah,
he's not. Like he really is a 10-year-old kid. Like it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
crazy
He's just
because
around people doing that, but that
oh, of course, which is great,
just
which visually,
but
which is still kind of bad as well because you shouldn't be seeing that. But let's
but
be real though. When I was a little kid, my mother used to smoke cigarettes. I
right.
hated cigarettes. But then when I got 18, I started smoking cigarettes. So it doesn't. I don't know. So maybe it is subconscious too at the same time.
Yeah,
But
man. But Bow Wow was around Death Row, fam. So
yeah,
he's seen some
Big
stuff.
Snoop, Big Snoop. Yeah, for sure.
Suge, like so, like
Yeah,
yo, man. Like I'm sure there's
especially in the
all kinds
'90s,
of.
big death row,
That's what I'm saying.
big
So
death
like
row. What?
I'm
I'm
sure
on
I'm
death row
sure
death row right now.
I'm sure Shaq could get some game, get some jewels. So
Definitely.
hopefully that can happen. I just want to put that out there, put that energy
Yeah.
out, man, because
Because let's be real, like
I'm happy for the kid. I just
for sure.
I just want him to get the best opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He shouldn't do the same exact path that somebody's already done, or two other or three. All these other legends. Like these are legends. Like don't
right.
get the shortcuts, fam. They're legends. These are all legends.
That's
You
why I
know what I
agree
mean?
with you. That's why I agree with you because I was going to say, wouldn't it be awesome that he just had the wherewithal to actually, I mean, because they say he's a poised 10-year-old. They say he's not no dumb, ignorant kid. He's very, what's the
Self-aware
word?
in a sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
very, I'm
yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
very old for his age, like an old soul type. But they're saying, but like also, I'm saying like I agree with you 100%. Like you can look at what the predecessors have accomplished and what the routes they took, and you can look at that and being like, because like I said, he is 10 years old. Well, I think he just turned 11, 12.
11.
Like,
He's 11
yeah,
now.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, do you know how much like 11 doesn't know how much time they have ahead of them? But us being like us being of what we are, like we know like
Yeah.
you have you could just stay on that umbrella for 5 more years, be 16, soak up that game, go to a different tree, like a different branch, like you know what I mean. Goes, man, you're best example in the world, Little Wayne.
Mm.
You started the game going through a lot, like you know what I mean, a lot of trials and tribulations,
A
and
lot
look
going
how you
on.
a lot, like, but look how you blossomed your career. Look at all the trials and tribulations you went through, and then you advanced to be the level you are now. Like I'm saying, you have a lot of time. Like you know what I'm saying. Like FNG King has a lot of time to. Like I want to follow his career a lot. Like I said, I was following him. I did a story about him. Like I said 6 months ago, I did another story about him too. His mother is back in jail because she was upset about. She came home from jail and found out that Finesse was the guardian and didn't agree with her mother giving her. So she
The
stabs her
grandma
mother.
signing it.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shoot.
She stabs her mother. She's back in jail. So now King still has nobody. Like King's going through a lot of stuff. Like you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. He
so it's
needs to
like
be
you only
busy
see
right
like
now.
yeah, you see the only little clips where he's maybe shooting some dice. Like people don't talk about the fact that when he's getting that money, he's sending that back to his grandmother. People skip that part. They
Oh,
never
of
say anything about
course.
that.
Of
Like
course,
so, it's
man.
crazy. Like you judging this 10-year old and this other man who's giving this 10-year old an opportunity to change his family's lifestyle. That's why I was kind of torn. I'm like,
Hmm,
don't
hmm.
tear this man down. Maybe give him some tips, but don't tear the man down. Like you know what I mean?
Yo,
That's what
man,
I was.
I got a saying. Some of my homies, shout out to y'all out there that know it, but it's no demolition without proposition. Meaning you
Mm,
can't tear something down unless you have a plan. Like
mm,
don't ever put a hole, don't bring a bulldozer over to my plan or my idea unless you got something to just pitch or
mm,
contribute. Like so
mm,
no demolition without proposition, meaning you have to have a
mm.
plan before you can break
Yeah,
my thing down.
I
If
like
you want
that.
to break my down any of my like thinking way, whatever, like just have a
Mm.
plan so we can like really like have a and so I just think like
And
that
keep
was
it
kind of
going. Yeah.
appropriate for that. Like, yo, like,
I like
you know
that.
what I
I, ain't gonna
mean?
lie, I like that.
Yeah. I got
I
down
like
a
that.
shirt.
Oh, you
Link in
do?
the bio. Link in the bio.
Oh, linking up. Oh, we got merch now.
Already, I've been having merch. Good. Look
Oh, shoot. My hey, excuse me. My
at this
bad.
one. Hey.
Don't let me start getting my merch out. We got a little 10 toes down merch that I've been having in the work. So we're gonna talk about that some other time. But
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
trying to take no shade off my man Richter, man. Like we'll talk. If he got some merch, trust me, if he's done it, there was some thought and preparation into this, so that means it's gotta be fire. Like
Hey.
Richter don't
For sure.
half ass nothing. So I'm gonna get my design game on after I see him. I gotta see, you know what I'm saying, what he got for me. I'm trying to get me some free merch.
Oh, we gonna cook. I already got something cooked.
Oh, I already
Shout
know
out.
you.
Lastly, big shout out to F and G King.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you have a long, bright future in the game. You could just maneuver and learn because it's dangerous, kid.
Yep.
And we rooting for you. I
Sure. And last thing I want to say to King is I've actually heard your music. You have talent. For a 10-year-old, you have talent. Maybe the subject matter is a little out of your age bracket, but you have talent. So, like I said, you have a long career ahead of you, and I look forward to watching every step of the way of it, man. And I just want to see you win because, like I said, you're pretty much every rapper real story. Like you know what I mean, the real rapper story that the rapper wants to have. Like you have that story, you have that whole life. So for you to accomplish something amazing would be awesome to see. Like I mean, for somebody a big fan of hip hop.
yeah, man.
Oh God, because like the big fans of hip hop, they ain't mentioning no words like about like I'm saying, like what brings me to my that interview with I keep messing up the name because to me it's always gonna be Mos, but I'm gonna try to get it right. Yasiin Bey.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, okay. All right, Yasiin Bey. So we're gonna put some respect on your name because that's the moniker you want to be called. That's the name you gave yourself. So I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna indignify what you did at that move by calling you Mos Def. Like you know what I'm saying. So Yasiin, let's talk about the whole Yasiin's. I ain't gonna lie, man. 2024, I ain't gonna lie. Like seriously, at first I thought 2024 was gonna be a year of some reflection. Like like more like people trying to like maybe get more technical about the grind. Like, but the first month of January of 2024, we got to call this year Protect Your Neck year. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the first month, like nobody is getting spared so far. Like, starting with
Capricorn's
Cat,
coming hard.
Cat just set the bar, set the tone for the year,
That
and
yep.
um, and honestly, Yasin, I love how you fielded that question. Because at first I thought he was gonna shoot him some grace and some bail, but
Mm-hmm.
then once the joke got rolling, like then you couldn't go nowhere with it. Like what I mean, except up. Like it was just honestly like. But
Can't stop
what I
that
want,
train.
yeah, yeah. What I want to speak on is not actually the funny parts of what he said because that's low hanging fruit. Um, so many skews. Like so many skews.
Fam, I really like laughed out loud when I saw that part.
Me
So many
too.
SKUs.
So many products. We have everything. Everything. Like, oh, new Drake out. Oh, that's nice. Oh, new Drake. Oh.
We got tropical.
Yo,
Yeah.
that bro, that is probably the best shade I've heard, and definitely
Sophisticated shade. We here for sophisticated
sophisticated.
shade.
Oh
Yo,
God,
Larry David, Curb. We here for that. We here for that.
all of it. Keep it
Yo,
coming on 2024 because sophisticated shade is beautiful to watch.
yo.
It is poetry in motion. It is because like I love the fact that the conversation was the parallels with society and the music industry was just so top tier bars. Like, and people,
Levels,
yes,
entendres.
I ain't gonna lie, he opened my brain up. I had to start doing some research. I said, wait, what apartheid did what now? Hold on. I said, hold on, let me
Mm-hmm.
get back in my phone real quick because he started saying some others. And like I said, I'm not gonna go for the low hanging fruit. Drake, okay, cool. You caught some
Yeah, yeah.
trade. Was he wrong though? Like,
Well,
I'm gonna say no.
for me, the thing was, is he hip hop? Yes.
Oh yes, of course he is. Of course he is.
That was at the crux of it. Is he hip
Yeah,
hop?
yeah.
Yes.
Of
That
course,
answers
Drake
that
is hip
whole
hop.
Drake thing.
Of
Him
course.
doing everything else is all the extra, which is what makes it amazing.
What
But
we here for? Yes,
the
for sure.
original question was,
Oh
yo, is
God,
Drake hip hop? Yes, he is. But he's
yes.
got mad SKUs. He's got the Hawaiian, he's got the Jamaican jerk, he's got the you know what I mean? He's got the
He's got the
orange juice.
Italian. He's got
Yeah,
the
he got the
Chinese. He's got the
he
yeah.
got
He's got the
he
lemon
got the
pepper.
orange chicken.
He's got the lemon pepper. He got
He
all
got the
chicken.
lemon. Yeah, yeah. He got them all lanes covered.
New Drake. Oh yeah. And we
Oh
but
yeah.
just Yasiin. Look, this is coming from me. I'm pretty sure that Richter probably feels the same way I feel. Um, the way you can draw the inferences and parallels to making such a mundane question, the clickbait question, and turning it into something so powerful and so prolific. That was like the shade was there and it was funny, it was hilarious, but like the segue, you took that as a segue to talk about real issues that was just so prolific. And I just want to say, hey man, appreciate you, man. You got to keep fighting that good fight for sure. For sure. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna start checking out some Luminary ish myself, like for real, because that was. Like I said, I did a deep dive real quick on just a quick deep dive on Yasiin, and you've been talking that talk for a little bit, like you know what I mean, for a
Oh.
minute, like for a
Mm-hmm.
minute, for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So like you know what I mean. So I gotta go do some research and get more familiar with what you're. I love your message, man. Like because remember last pod we had a whole segment about Charleston White
About Charleston, yeah,
and how
yeah.
we don't the message is real, but the way you deliver the message is going to turn a lot of people off. And I love the fact that we just in the very next week we find another person, an artist in the game, definitely an artist, because the way you formulate your words, even in your conversation, is crazy. But like, but look, you can appreciate the message and the delivery when y'all see,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
that's it's rare, it's very
It's
rare,
rare for sure,
very
man.
rare. Because like I said, he said a lot of important. Actually, before I even say go to my actual question, did you have anything you want to say about the interview or the Drake?
um, no, I just thought it was great, great to see Yasin, and he's always been clever. He's always been pretty good. I feel he was so comfortable that like I don't know if it's from hanging out with Dave a lot, but like
Oh
his
yeah,
his shadow roast game is up because his I feel like his shadow
bars,
roast game wasn't this good.
bars.
And I think it's just an osmosis, and I just wanted to touch on that part. Like, yo, like,
That's why I
who?
didn't think about that. I didn't think
That's
about
some
that.
osmosis. You've been kicking it with Dave. Look
I
at
didn't think
you.
about that
You
for
got the
years.
shadow roasting skills now.
For
You a Jedi?
years.
Like you a
Yeah,
Jedi? Like you just ain't hiding in the back with the mask on. You took it off. He's like, this is
yeah.
Yasin.
Oh God, like
Like, oh.
that's a crazy level. I never thought about that. You've been rocking with Dave for a minute,
You've been running around with him, kicking it with him, and now you just roasting people like
effortlessly, just
with tie
seamlessly.
with tiebacks. And then it's, fam, like
Did he do that? Did he have tiebacks too? Oh God!
I'm telling you, fam.
It
That's
looked
why I
like
was
it
like,
looked
this is
like a stand-up
amazing.
special, didn't it?
This is amazing. He
Yeah.
did SNL stand up special for Netflix. He did like all the flavors. Yo,
Oh God.
anybody who does a cartoon of any of this, you out of here. Just somebody do it. I can't wait to watch some kind of cartoon of like somebody doing Drake
You should
skews or
do it.
something.
You
I
should
ain't
do
got
it.
that kind of time.
I know.
But
When I
yo,
saw the
please,
the
somebody.
what's that shit called? I saw the parodies of the Cat Williams shit. I was like, man, we could have definitely had some fun with that. Like, who got time for that? Like,
Right,
but
right.
anyway, but I agree with that though. Anybody who makes a parody or a joke of that, man, make sure you do the cartoons and make sure you put so many skews.
And
You know, make sure
and at me, please, so I can see it. I'm
oh
gonna
yeah,
see it. Yeah, I want
yeah,
to check it
add me
out.
too, for sure.
I want to check that out.
Matter of fact,
I'm
and
here.
we're gonna play some clips of it on here too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna support that because that's
Oh, for
hilarious.
sure.
I love
I'm
that.
trying to watch that.
Oh God, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
So that's all I got to really say about like the whole Drake part of that. But what else were you gonna talk about with this? Because he
yeah,
went
about
deep,
that.
man. He went scuba deep.
Yeah. What I want to actually talk about is the collapse of popcorn microwavable music because one of the things he did say about the Drake situation that he said that we are starting to see the rumblings of collapse, like what happens when the columns start breaking, things like that.
The
And that
Rome
actually,
reference.
yeah, and I love that reference because let's be real, Drake. This has nothing to really do with Drake specifically,
Mhm.
but Drake has a formula. He knows that everybody wants to hear him rap. Okay, cool. We're not gonna get that. We get the scary hours. Still not happy with the scary hours. Doesn't matter. What Drake is trying to do is he's trying to secure that bag. So that's fine. But like I
Mhm.
said though, what happens when it don't work? The House album, the album before that, the Her Loss. Thank God you came out with that because we was going to really wonder. But like I said, it's not the same. Remember, everything was everything hidden. Like you would hear the DJ bring it back. It was like 50 Cent in the club every time he would drop anything. Now it's kind of like, what are we going to do now when this collapses? Because everybody's like, Drake is the main leader of the popcorn microwave music, like whatever, quick formula, TikTok, whatever, everywhere. Okay, now when that fails, what are you gonna do? Go to Brent Fayez? I mean, what are you gonna do? That's my question.
I don't think I really understand the question.
The question is, what I thought that Yasiin brought up to the world is when when this marketing strategy implodes and doesn't work anymore,
Hmm.
what's next? Did we put anything in place for something to be next for hip hop, for the world, really? Like I said, because like I said, he drew parallels between society and he used hip hop as the parallel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna talk about society. Let's talk about hip hop first.
for
When this
sure.
when this crumbles, because we're like he said, we're watching it implode in front of our eyes. Like it's not the same anymore. But so what do you my question is, what is next with hip hop? Because I already know in my mind, I'm feeling like the labels and everything like that, they're already trying to transfer to like the Yames and the
Hmm.
Afro beats, and like they already gave up hip hop. Like I feel like they made the females ratchet, they made the men killers. So that's self implosion already. It's so now they're just gonna use it up, suck it dry, and then go to another genre. That was my synopsis of the whole situation. But I was gonna ask you for what do you think is gonna like what's going on with this whole what's going on with the microwave popcorn culture.
Well, I feel like it's kind of unfair to put it on Drake to have to like um pass the baton or hand it over to some next generation. I don't think that's really fair. I don't feel he feels that happened to him. I feel people were hating on him and he finally got that shot with Jay Prince and all that. So like,
Right.
you know what I mean? I feel like, yo, like if you're asking for him to be the savior, like he don't feel like he got that savior. Like he had to earn his respect. People weren't messing with him at first. You're singing and rapping, bro, and this and that, right? Like, man, like I I don't think it's on him to have to like groom the next gen. But I don't feel that. I don't know what the next gen is supposed to be in terms of like hip hop. Like, is it supposed to be Griselda? To me, then that's the next gen. That's the new stuff. That's really technically hip hop. That's not
I agree.
bordering some
I
Tyler,
agree.
some other stuff, right? So
No, I agree.
to me, we're good. But if you're looking at who's going to lead the main pop sound of hip hop, well then, yo, that's pop talk. Now we're talking pop. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, like pop is just what the people like. So that's kind of unpredictable. We can't really call it, right?
Okay, I hate to cut you off real quick, but I got to ask you a question
Yeah,
because
man.
I think I might have not phrased the question right enough. What I was trying to say is because I know me and you, both of us, we are real hip hop heads.
Yeah.
We don't listen to pop at all. Like, I mean, I know me, I don't. I don't listen to pop. If it's on the radio, if it's on pop, I ain't heard it probably. Like maybe somebody I know around me said something about it. But my question really is more to the fact of not really the commercialized part of hip hop. I was really speaking more as hip hop in general because, to be honest, Drake is running hip hop in general. And to before you even answer the question, it's more like I don't feel that he has to pass the baton to anybody because
Oh yeah.
if you understand typical hip hop rules, the crown has never been passed to anybody in any genre of hip hop. You got to come take that, like every time in any genre, any part of hip hop. So I never thought he had to groom his replacement or anything like that. I was saying more as to the fact that maybe he should use his influence while he's here now to maybe change what microwave popcorn music is. You don't have to do that. But like I said, he's trying to appeal to everybody. So that's what I was talking about when I asked you that.
Yeah. I feel like his idea and vision is to be like U2. You know how
Mm.
U2's rock, right? But U2's
So many
U2.
skews. So many
But
skews.
U2 is U2. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
feel like that's what he wants to be almost kind of like in hip hop. Like he don't
Yeah.
want to like have one sound. It's not Jimi Hendrix. You know, he's not he I feel like he's okay with that lane and he's picking that lane and that's fine, but maybe some people
Uh,
don't want that lane for him. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's just funny to me because you said that was the best analogy I've heard in a minute. He said Drake's career is like a YouTube channel, oh, like not channel, a YouTube, like a YouTube the app. Like you know what I'm saying?
No, no,
You
I
want
said
reaction
YouTube.
videos?
No,
They
no,
got that.
I'm talking about YouTube, YouTube the band.
Oh, I thought you said YouTube. I was.
No, no, no.
I thought he was throwing darts. Oh, I was like, oh, that's a
Nah.
shade. Oh, I thought that was shade.
Nah, no
Oh,
need to
I
shade.
was with it. I was with it. I was like, hold on, that is it's true. He is like YouTube. We got reaction videos over here. We got first hand. We got body cam. We got like that's his career. But I thought you was cooking, but
No,
never
I'm
mind.
good on that. That's
But
too personal
YouTube,
for me.
I like YouTube though. I
He's
ain't
more
gonna lie.
like yeah,
I like
U2 the band, meaning
yeah,
like
yeah. Oh
they're
yeah,
considered rock, but they're not considered like traditional rock or like hard rock. You
true,
know,
true.
rock, right? Kind of right. So,
Yeah, true.
but they're cool with that lane. They embrace that lane, and I feel like that's where Drake is.
Right.
He's not like I am Slayer or I'm Def Leppard. Like I'm this specific hard rock sound. I'm just trying to use a different genre to make sure
Genre.
there's a
Yeah, for
parallel,
sure.
right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But like I think so to me, I feel he's trying to push hip hop this direction where and why I said U2 is like he's working with different types of people. Like he's working with French people, UK people, African, you know, like he's,
You mean stealing? But go ahead.
but he's going to be doing what we all been doing. The conquerors, they come take something when they come, right? But
Big facts.
learn behavior. So
Big facts.
basically he's expanding hip hop to be global. So to me, like when the NBA went global, this is that moment for rap. He's doing that, and for whatever reason, he feels he has to do that, and he has to make it like this big statement kind of thing, like I'm the one that's making it global, right, or whatever. But he's kind of just doing it his way, and I ain't mad at it. But I don't think he owes the culture nothing in terms of like trying to do the
Thank you.
pass the baton or nothing like you're saying for sure, for sure. But
That's literally where I was going with it. Because my question is, like, I'm with Yasin, right? About how he feels about hip hop in general. Um, let's see, society in general. I'm kind of on the fence a little bit with how he feels about Drake's career. Because honestly, like, you can't deny the run, the reign. You can't deny that. Like, and
No,
before Drake started diversifying and all that, like he gave you nothing but bars, like and great hits for a decade and some change. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm not really tripping on. But my question is, I'm okay. I want to say that I'm very glad that Yasiin is an activist when it comes to this hip hop thing.
oh
Like
yeah,
we need
he's a
activists. We need
purist.
those.
He's
Yeah,
a
for sure.
purist.
Definitely. I will say peers for sure. Man, shout out Black Star all y'all. You know what I mean? Even though, you know what I mean, I don't like the whole group. But like I was gonna say though, not everybody can be the purist. Like not
Oh yeah,
maybe
oh yeah,
hip hop might not mean the same thing to that person that it does to you. Like hip hop means a lot to us because we started from the essence. Like so we have a whole different perspective about a whole different feeling, emotion about anything about hip hop. But for somebody, we don't know Drake's history with hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? We like he was an actor, like, you know what I mean, such and such. And maybe he loves hip hop. Maybe he just but maybe it don't his perception and what he feels his role in hip hop might not be the same mentality that Yasiin feels about his role in hip hop. And you can't hate on the next man because his perception is different and he's not fully doing the things that you're doing. That's how I feel.
for sure. I think if I think it just depends on how much you know about Drake or how. So Drake's had this run, and everyone goes, "Oh, yeah, it's been a long run," but that means there's a lot to really kind of dig into, like learning about him and his whole thing. And for those that know, when Drake started, he was more like Mos Def. He was more like
Facts.
them,
Big facts.
and so this is
Big
what
facts.
I'm trying to explain is like he did the power moves. He's doing
Oh yeah.
footwork now.
Yep.
He's doing top rocks now.
Okay.
He don't want to do that. He did that. He
Yep.
showed y'all he can do that. And
Yeah.
so instead of being common for 20 years the same, he wants to be this Drake for 2 years.
Yeah.
This Drake for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, they're all commercial and kind of poppy, but he really is kind of like embracing this new whatever, like what did they call rebranding, the whole reinventing yourself, right? That he's
Yeah.
doing that, which is like what Madonna and them do, but they did it like every decade, and this fool does it every 2 years. But to me, he's just expediting what we've kind of seen out of pop stars,
Mhm.
and I'm okay with that if he wants to do that. But he's hip hop. He used to boom bap rap, so
Fact. When he first came out, for sure.
I give him
Yep.
respect. He's hip hop. If he don't want to do the hip hop stuff no more, then he don't want to do hip hop stuff. It'd be different if to me Drake was like, my stuff's hip. If he's like yelling like I'm hip hop, you cannot see him. Then I'd be like, yo, this dude's crazy. Like, okay,
Right.
maybe your stuff's not hip hop all the time, or then I could. But he's not doing that, so that's where I'm kind of just like, yo, like, all right, man, like he ain't mad and he's hip hop. He rep.
I gotta say something real quick, man, because for some reason when you were talking on your tangent about the top rocks and all of that, it just reminded me of a specific situation that me and you were in, right?
Here we go.
You know, we used to break dance with sorry, we had a dude in our crew named Flubber.
Shout out
Speaking of
Ricky.
switching style, shout out Ricky Amaya, man. Um, but do you remember? Okay, well, sorry. This is inside information. Like you're not the
Random
audience is not gonna know what we're talking about. But
random
hold on,
tangent.
yeah, it was super random tangent. But hold on, do you remember? Flubber is known for the power moves, head spin, 90, all the power moves. Do you remember also that he would go to jams and enter the pop locking competition and just be popping, like not do no power and just sit there and be popping? Like you'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Like you'd be like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? He'd be like, and he'd be trash. He would lose
Mm-hmm.
fast. That first round, like
First round.
fast. Like
First
he'd be
round.
like, I'm
All
working on
whole
it though.
set. Every move he had is done. First
Yeah,
round.
yeah. Everything.
Don't let him get to the second.
Okay. He never made it to the
That's what I'm
second.
saying. Don't let him. He ain't got nothing left.
He ain't got nothing else.
Yeah.
That was funny because that reminded me of like what you said the analogy with Drake. You're like, you know what I mean? He's like, I've been killing this power shit for like 2-3 years, man. Like, you know what? I'm fucking bored of this shit. There's no level for me. There's no lane. There's no competition.
I
I'm
could
gonna
do
try
it
pop.
all.
Fuck, I'm gonna try popping. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, wait, what? Why are your ass? You remember we walked into San Jose at the competition? I walked in there. I put my bag down. I look up. He over there. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You look crazy.
Already sweating.